Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 24th of July 2025 and the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is pretty much the same since the last 24 hours. But President Donald Trump is back in the news once again and this time guys it is more connected to artificial intelligence, and President Donald Trump guys wants United States of America to take the lead in artificial intelligence as well, and in doing so guys he has signed an executive order and he has launched the American AI Experts program. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, in the show notes below there is an official document directly from the White House. Just go ahead and read through it. But more importantly guys, he did actually go live via YouTube and he shared some information as to why America should be leading the race, and he talked about artificial intelligence hardware, data systems, models, as well as exporting artificial intelligence, as well as he wants America to go ahead and export a lot of artificial intelligence programs. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Because look guys, United States of America under Trump's leadership is definitely taking the lead in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption, isn't it? And it would be great if they do that in artificial intelligence world as well. And what I really like guys in the speech, he wants artificial intelligence to be completely apolitical. Because right now if you look at ChatGPT guys, it does take information only from left-leaning media, and hopefully with this American AI Experts program guys, there should be no political alignment, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now look guys, news such as this directly and indirectly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and because of ChatGPT narrative guys, there is this massive momentum regarding decentralized physical infrastructure, isn't it? And a lot of them want AI to be completely decentralized or distributed as well. And the entire economy of decentralized or distributed artificial intelligence could potentially work on cryptocurrencies, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on all of these things. Now talking about cryptocurrencies guys, last week there was crypto week, isn't it? And there were essentially 3 acts that were worked upon. The first one is Genius Act, Clarity Act, as well as Anti-CBDC Act. Now there's another interesting update to this guys, and the Republican US Senate members, they have released another discussion draft, and this is more to do with digital asset market structure legislation. And what I really like guys is, this particular proposal is only 35 pages long, and in a nutshell guys, it lets issuers raise up to $75 million annually for 4 years, but only if the tokens avoid security features like equity, debt, or even revenue rights. So I thought I'll go ahead and take a deep dive into this, because look guys, news such as this is definitely great for founders, isn't it? And if you're someone who's building in the space guys, you definitely need to go ahead and check what the development regarding this is. And I'm pretty much sure guys, other countries all over the world will try to replicate something similar, isn't it? And right now guys, there is this narrative regarding treasury firms, isn't it? We talked about Bitcoin treasury firms, we talked about Ethereum treasury firm, we also talked about Dogecoin treasury firm, but in today's episode guys, there is $100 million invested in Litecoin treasury firm. So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because so far as Litecoin is concerned guys, it is kind of like the younger brother to Bitcoin, isn't it? And Charlie Lee, who's kind of like the Satoshi Nakamoto version for Litecoin, he's aggressively involved in this project as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what this news is all about. And this company called as MEI Pharma guys, they have pretty much nothing to do with cryptocurrencies as such. They are focusing more on the medical industry. And by having $100 million in Litecoin treasury guys, they will essentially become the first and only publicly traded Litecoin holder on national exchange. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the next news guys is more to do with tokenization, and 2 heavy giants, that is Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon guys, they are working on tokenization, but they are working on money markets. And here's the interesting thing guys, heavy duty companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, as well as Federated Hermes, they will be participating in this. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explain how the money market works and how tokenization merges with this. Now the final news guys for today is also connected to treasury firm, but this is more connected to Bitcoin mining, and one of the Bitcoin mining companies called as Mara Holdings guys, they are planning to raise a staggering $850 million for Bitcoin treasury, and in doing so guys, they have clearly mentioned that they will not be selling any of the Bitcoin or even cryptocurrencies for that matter. So look guys, news such as this is definitely positive and bullish for the cryptocurrency and blockchain world, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now we have quite a lot of interesting and action-packed things to cover in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is also connected to Bitcoin mining. and the Bitcoin mining company called as Hut 8, guys. They have advanced capital strategy with DIFC license, so it looks like a lot of firms are actually moving into United Arab Emirates, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. Now the second news, guys, is from the world of artificial intelligence, and this is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia, guys, they are measuring artificial intelligence readiness across government, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, roughly around 6 months ago, I did talk about Saudi date of artificial intelligence authorities move into this, and now looks like they are definitely working on their promises, so we'll definitely go ahead and explore what this news is all about. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or MEI giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as Eat Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, guys, the global cryptocurrency market has actually fallen down. and today it is at $3.96 trillion. And what is really interesting to note, guys, is the ETF inflows is only showing at $10.5 million. But look, guys, regarding the ETF inflows, it is really important to understand. I'm looking at this number via dapradar.com, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, it gets updated only once or probably twice in a day. So there is a very high possibility when I'm looking at this number, the number is reflecting for the previous 24 hours, and it is not updating the information real time. So we definitely need to take that with a pinch of salt. Now regarding the global cryptocurrency market, guys, since the last 24 hours it is down by 6.16%. But here's the interesting thing, guys. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, it is at a staggering $234 billion, and one of the reasons why I'm content with this matrix is because if you look at the volume of stable coins, it is definitely looking good. And this essentially means that people are using a lot of stable coins either to park a lot of the cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And based on the numbers, you can actually state that they're definitely not selling a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies because there is not much movement so far as the prices are concerned. But the price of Ripple or XRP has definitely fallen down since the last 24 hours. Now I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. But before that, let's go ahead and look at the volume of decentralized exchanges, because since the last 24 hours, guys, the volume of decentralized exchanges definitely picked up pace, and today it is at $24.06 billion. But if you look at the total fees for these transactions, guys, this is at $105.44 million. Now look, guys, because the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally gone down, and because the volume of decentralized exchange has increased, we can make an assessment that there is more selling going on, isn't it? But the matrix are not that bad, to be completely honest. And according to me, guys, looking at this matrix, you can confidently state that over the weekend there is a very high possibility for the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to pump up. But look, guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. And make sure you go and do your own research. And in doing your research, guys, I'd really urge you guys to go and look at the 24-hour trading volume and then compare it with the volume of stable coins as well as decentralized exchanges. Now, one matrix which I tend to keep an eye on a daily basis is decentralized exchange dominance, and today that number is 48.14%. Now, surprisingly, guys, since the last 3 days, the total value lock that is connected to real world assets is going down, and today it is at $2.25 billion. And since the last 3 months, guys, this number was relatively consistent, isn't it? So really, I'm not sure what is going on in the world of tokenization. But look, guys, it is important to know that the number is not drastically going down. It is just marginally going down. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because since the last 3 months, the total value lock connected to real world assets has been relatively consistent, but only since the last 3 days it is marginally going down. So I thought let me go ahead and share those numbers. Now if you look at the volume of decentralized exchanges, guys, PancakeSwap's 24-hour volume has definitely picked up pace, and today it is at $7.87 billion, whereas Uniswap is at $4.24 billion. Radium is at number 3rd with $1.46 billion. Orca Gas is at number 4th with $1.10 billion, and at number 5th is Aerodrome, but its volume is below the $1 billion mark at $776.43 million. Now let's quickly run through the volume of stable coins, because as I mentioned earlier, guys, the volume of stable coins is definitely looking good, and it just means that people don't want to go and dump a lot of the cryptocurrencies, at least for now, isn't it? And Tether USDT is leading the pack with a volume of $140.77 billion. Circle USDC is at number 2nd with $16.80 billion. And at number 3rd, guys, is FDUSD with $10.55 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And since the last 2 days, guys, Ethereum's dominance has been picking up pace, isn't it? Today it is at 11.30%. But surprisingly, guys, since the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's dominance has picked up pace once again. And today it is at 61.01%. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $66.16 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is almost half of that. It is at $38.90 billion. Now the market cap of Bitcoin is at $2.36 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is at $440 billion. And just a refresher, guys, just a little over 3 weeks ago, Ethereum's market cap was below the $300 billion mark, isn't it? But because of this whole narrative regarding Ethereum Treasury, and because a lot of them want to become validators, the market cap has been pumping up, isn't it? And yesterday, guys, I talked about some really interesting information regarding validators, because a lot of them want to go ahead and exit as validators. But the good thing is a lot of them want to go ahead and become validators as well. And that is precisely the reason, guys. If you look at the total value lock connected to decentralized exchanges, This number has drastically improved since the last 3 months, and the total value locked across all decentralized protocols is at a staggering $137.05 billion. Now going back to 2023 guys, the total value locked connected to decentralized finance was around the $30 to $40 billion mark, so over $100 billion has been added into this. Now every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today guys, I just want to look at a very simple matrix, and essentially what I'm looking at is the sum of volume on all decentralized exchanges on the chain. And it is no surprise guys, because of PancakeSwap, Binance Smart Chain is leading the pack and its 24-hour volume is $8.02 billion. Solana is at number 2nd with $4.50 billion. Ethereum is at number 3rd with $3.45 billion. At number 4th guys is Base, and the 24-hour volume is $1.68 billion. And at number 5th guys is Arbitrum with $888.95 million. Now look guys, it's really important to note, a lot of them are actually working on sidechains as well as second layer protocols, isn't it? And because of that, I do feel Ethereum is at number 3rd, because a lot of activity does actually take place on Ethereum, isn't it? So I really am not sure if DappRadar is actually segregating these data. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, go to dappradar.com and look at the plethora of information that is available online. Now guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin right now is $119,121. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.41%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 0.05%. Now if you look at Ethereum guys, it is at $3,646. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 2.41%, but since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 7.50%. Now surprisingly guys, Ripple XRP is hit the most, and it is down to $3.22. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 8.53%, but since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 4.97%. Now look guys, right now when you talk about US politics, President Donald Trump is definitely making quite a lot of news, isn't it? But mainstream media guys, they don't want to highlight some of his achievements. And yesterday, for the very first time guys, in just a matter of 24 hours, he did sign trade deals with Japan, Philippines as well as Indonesia. This is absolutely record breaking, isn't it? And regarding Japan guys, they have committed to investing $550 billion. This is another massive win, isn't it? Now I won't get into the trade deal agreements guys, because that will take a lot of time, isn't it? But look guys, news such as this is definitely great for the US economy. And when the US economy is boosted guys, it does have a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, go to the official White House website and look at the trade deal between Indonesia, Philippines as well as Japan. And if I'm not mistaken guys, the Philippine president did actually visit President Donald Trump, and they agreed to remove tariffs on US exports, while at the same time US simultaneously set a reciprocal tariff on 19% on Philippine imports. This, to be honest guys, is definitely a massive win. But look guys, mainstream media does not want to go ahead and talk about it. As a matter of fact guys, President Donald Trump also signed an executive order launching the American AI Experts Program. And this, according to me guys, is an absolutely game changer. And he wants to go ahead and promote full stack US AI technology packages worldwide. And look guys, regarding this initiative directs the Commerce Department in coordination with other agencies to solicit industry proposals that include AI hardware, data systems, models, cybersecurity and sector-specific applications, and more importantly guys, all are compliant with export controls. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, rather than watching mainstream media, go to the official White House website and look at information from the first source. And here's the important thing guys, so far as AI is concerned, selected projects will gain access to federal financing tools like loans and technical support through the Economic Diplomacy Action Group. And President Donald Trump guys, he did actually go live, and the entire video is available via YouTube. So look guys, this American AI Experts program will definitely be a game changer in the artificial intelligence sector, isn't it? And the goal by President Donald Trump is pretty simple guys. He wants to strengthen the US AI leadership, support their allies, and more importantly, reduce reliance on adversarial technologies. And he wants to go ahead and boost American innovation, jobs, as well as global competitiveness. And the US Secretary of Commerce, that is Howard Lutnick guys, he would be the one in charge of this. So according to me guys, this is definitely a massive news. And who's to say guys, in just a matter of let's say 2 years, United States of America will be leading the AI races in it. And in the live session guys, what I really liked is President Donald Trump clearly said that he does not want AI to be completely woke. And look guys, if you actually go to ChatGPT, It always gives out information from left-leaning media, isn't it? And I really am not sure if the source code by OpenAI is completely left-leaning, or if you actually go and ask any information, guys, it always picks up information from extreme left-leaning source, and that, to be honest, is a massive no, isn't it? And President Donald Trump with American AI Exposed program, guys, he wants to completely abolish that. He wants artificial intelligence to be completely apolitical. And that is exactly what Elon Musk is trying to do with Grok as well, isn't it? And he was the one who actually started OpenAI. And the reason he left OpenAI is because OpenAI is focusing more on profit. And Elon Musk clearly said that he's willing to go ahead and close the case if OpenAI changes the name from OpenAI to Closed AI. And look, so far as Elon Musk Grok 4 is concerned, according to me, it might just be one of the biggest game changers in the AI space, maybe even change the history of humanity as well. And what I really like regarding Elon Musk is he's making the source code completely open source, so absolutely anyone in the world can go ahead and check if the data is aligned to one side of politics. And that, according to me, solves a lot of the problem, isn't it? So look, us with this new executive order connected to American AI Exposed program, I'm pretty much sure United States of America under Trump's leadership will be leading the AI race, and I do feel they'll be leading by a really huge margin. And it is needless to say that under President Donald Trump's leadership, guys, America is currently leading the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space, isn't it? And last week, guys, there were essentially 3 acts that were worked upon. The first one was Clarity Act. There was also Genius Act, which is now signed into law. And there is also an Anti-CBDC Act. Now, along with that, guys, the US Senate has also released a discussion draft on digital asset market structure legislation. And they are building on the House-passed Clarity Act. And this particular digital asset market structure legislation, guys, aims to give startups a legal path to raise funds via token sales. So could it be possible now we might be seeing the whole ICO hype once again? Let's see, guys, if that thing happens or not, because it does make raising funds so much more easier. Now, what I really liked about this news, guys, is this entire document is only 35 pages long, because if you look at any other acts, it is literally over 1,000 pages long, isn't it? Now, if you do need the official document, it is in the show notes below. And the 35-page proposal on digital asset market structure legislation, guys, lets issuers raise up to $75 million annually for 4 years. But here's the interesting thing, guys. This is possible only if tokens award security-like features such as equity, debt, or revenue rights, and qualified tokens will be treated as ancillary assets. And more importantly, guys, this should not be under the SEC barrier. Rather, it will fall under the CFTC oversight. So according to me, guys, with this move, we might see a resurgence on the ICO activity. So what I really recommend you to do is, guys, keep a track on how funds are going to be created. And there is a benchmark of $75 million, isn't it? So definitely interesting news. Now look, guys, before President Donald Trump got elected, I used to go live via LinkedIn with a good friend of mine, that is Marcus Shantita. And I used to tell him that one of the things what President Donald Trump should do is he should go ahead and move the legal jurisdiction from SEC to CFTC, and that is exactly what President Donald Trump is doing. And according to me, guys, that is the best way to go about it. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see what the update to this proposal is, because according to me, guys, it does balance innovation with the focus on investor protection. At the same time, it does follow AML compliance and clear agency rules as well. So definitely interesting move by the Senate members. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some interesting news. And this is by a pharmaceutical company, guys. And what they have done is they have closed $100 million private placement, and they want to initiate a Litecoin Treasury strategy. And look, guys, by doing this, they will become the first and only public traded Litecoin holder on a national exchange. And here's the interesting thing, guys. Charlie Lee, who is the founder of Litecoin, he's the one who's the lead investor in this. And more importantly, guys, this company called as MEI Pharma, they've also appointed Charlie Lee to its board of directors. And Charlie Lee, guys, is also an investor to this. Now, here's the interesting thing regarding this news, guys. MEI Pharma will utilize 100% of the net proceeds to go and launch the treasury strategy, which is solely focused on Litecoin. So really interesting development, isn't it? Now look, so far as Litecoin is concerned, they're kind of like the younger brother to Bitcoin, isn't it? And what used to happen in the past is, whenever there were any changes that needed to be made on the Bitcoin network, they try to make the changes in Litecoin first and then go and implement it into Bitcoin. But over a period of time, Litecoin has grown significantly, and Charlie Lee, who founded it, he's kind of no longer involved in Litecoin project as such. So this news is definitely a really interesting news. And look, as this whole narrative regarding treasury firms is definitely taking completely new heights, isn't it? As a matter of fact, guys, the next news I'm going to be talking about is also a really interesting development in the world of tokenization. And the news essentially is that Goldman Sachs as well as BNY Mellon, they are collaborating on a tokenized money market fund, also called as MMF product. And here's the interesting thing to remember, guys. This will be mirrored as tokens on Goldman's digital asset platform, thereby enhancing transferability and collateral use. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, guys, major firms like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Federated Hermes will also go ahead and participate in this, with BNY monitoring records and settlements. Now let me do one thing, guys. Let me go ahead and expand on this news, because I want to go ahead and explain what exactly is happening. So essentially, guys, look, Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon, they are working together to go ahead and create the money market fund. And what money market fund essentially means is, it is a very safe investment where people park their cash, and in doing so they go ahead and earn little interest. Now normally these are tracked in traditional systems, isn't it? But now Goldman and BNY Mellon, guys, they want to go ahead and use blockchain technology to represent shares on these funds, and they will be represented as digital tokens. So essentially how it works is, fund managers will go ahead and buy money market fund shares, and they will be buying this to BNY Mellon's regular platform. And at the same time, guys, those shares are also mirrored as tokens on Goldman's digital asset platform. And because they are tokenized, guys, these shares can be moved or used as collateral much more easily and quickly than traditional systems. So definitely genius move, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure, guys, we'll definitely be seeing such similar moves in the United Arab Emirates and Middle East region, isn't it? And so far as Robinhood is concerned, guys, Robinhood is also separately working on tokenized stocks, which are basically digital versions of real US company shares. So now people all over the world can go ahead and buy them more easily. But there was a bit of regulatory uncertainty regarding it, isn't it? But Robinhood is definitely moving forward. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, how this new narrative develops. Now the final news, guys, I want to touch bases regarding Bitcoin Treasury firm. An American Bitcoin miner called as Mara, guys, they are on the verge of raising $850 million, and they want to go ahead and buy Bitcoin for the Treasury. Now if you do need official filings regarding this, it is in the show notes below. And regarding Mara, guys, they will raise the cash via private sale of 0% convertible senior notes, which will be due in 2032. But here's the interesting thing, guys. The sale will be aimed only at institutional buyers. And if you actually go through the filing, guys, they've clearly mentioned that the company has a strategy of not selling absolutely any Bitcoin or cryptocurrency holding. So they definitely have the hodl to hold on to their life mentality, isn't it? Definitely positive news. So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is definitely a massive one. And Hut 8, guys, the advancing capital strategy with the DFC license. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Hut 8 Corporation, guys, they have announced a new milestone in its capital strategy. And a subsidiary, that is Hut 8 Investment Limited, guys, they have secured a commercial license in DFC, that is Dubai International Finance Center. And the DFC license, guys, authorizes proprietary investment in certain non-financial commercial activity. And DFC or Dubai International Finance Center, guys, they operate under a common law framework aligned with international standards. And regarding this license, it expands Hut 8's ability to deploy Bitcoin reserves into structured derivative strategies, and it will broaden access to institutional counterparties and reduce trading frictions. And it is expected to lower transaction costs for Hut 8's treasury operations. And in financial year 2024, guys, Hut 8 generated $20 million in net proceeds from covered all options on its Bitcoin reserves, and DFC's presence is set to support continued active treasury management and enhanced yield strategies, isn't it? And it will give them direct access to global derivatives market, reducing reliance on over-the-counter intermediaries. And look, as it also provides broader access to international grade products and liquidity providers, and it enables greater flexibility in designing and managing structured strategies. And look, as Dubai offers supportive regulatory environment for institutional digital asset activities, isn't it? And the common law system in DFC provides enforceability and compliance certainty as well. And the CEO Asher Gurnett, guys, stated that the license allows Hut 8 to execute directly on global markets and optimize returns. And so far as Hut 8 is concerned, guys, they integrate power, digital infrastructure, and compute for Bitcoin mining and high-performance computing. And the company manages 1,020 megawatts across 15 cities in the United States of America, as well as Canada, and they're spanning mining, hosting, HPC data centers, and power generations. And look, as DFC is a leading financial hub, isn't it? And it helps connecting Asia, Europe, as well as America with strong AI fintech and VC ecosystem. So definitely a brilliant news, and it is definitely a no-brainer for them to go ahead and do the operations in DFC, isn't it? Now the next news, guys, is connected to Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia, guys, is measuring AI readiness across government. So let me very briefly run through this news. Because this initiative, guys, is led by Saudi Data for Artificial Intelligence Authority, and they are measuring AI readiness across government entities. And Saudi Data for Artificial Intelligence Authority, guys, they launched National AI Index as part of the national mandate, and the index is a strategic tool to assess and enhance AI readiness in government, and 180 representatives from government bodies participated in the first cycle. And essentially what they tend to do is they evaluate institutional preparedness for AI adoption, and the index, guys, monitors progress on an ongoing basis, and it provides tailored recommendation to accelerate AI development. And the goal, guys, is to deliver national level impact through AI initiatives. And this index, guys, aligns government efforts with Saudi Vision 2030, and it is structured around 3 main pillars for assessment, and within them, guys, there are 23 subcategories covering AI maturity. And here's the interesting thing, guys, it delivers data-driven insights on government AI adoption levels, and the framework, guys, building innovative, sustainable AI capabilities. And Saudi Data for Artificial Intelligence Authority's wider role includes regulating, developing, and overseeing data and AI across the kingdom. And the index serves as a benchmarking and capacity building tool for public sector organizations, and it supports Saudi Arabia's long-term goal to be a global leader in AI development and digital governance, isn't it? So according to me, guys, news suggests this is definitely great, and I'm pretty much sure government organizations, particularly in the Middle East, will be doing something similar as well, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. So look, guys, these were the news on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by George who asks, what do you think about the whole Treasury hype? And do you envision some meme coins to be in Treasury as well? This, to be honest, George, is such an interesting question. Because look, when you talk about how the fiat currency is doing right now, the inflation is non-stop picking up pace, isn't it? So a lot of these treasury companies, what they want to do is, they want to essentially safeguard the assets. Now, according to me, the best thing they can do is to go ahead and just put Bitcoin into the reserves. But George, look, the price of Bitcoin is definitely off the chart, isn't it? And roughly around a month ago, I did actually go live via LinkedIn with the managing director of OnRamp Mina, and he did highlight some of the dangers of these treasury firms. And having Bitcoin right now as treasury is only ideal for, let's say, trillion-dollar companies and for billion-dollar companies, isn't it? And that is because of the extreme price volatility that we are seeing on. Now, the same argument can actually be made regarding Litecoin as well, and definitely for Ethereum as well. So look, George, I don't want to give out any financial advice as such, and whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice, but according to me, it does make a lot of sense to go ahead and have stable coins onto treasuries, and I'm talking about smaller firms. But at the same time, you can make an argument that they are backed by US dollar as well, isn't it? So in a way, indirectly, you're putting fiat currencies onto your treasuries. But look, George, in countries where inflation is a massive issue, and where inflation is non-stop picking up pace, and in those countries, rather than going, let's say, Bitcoin as a treasury firm, or let's say Ethereum or even Dogecoin as a treasury firm, so in those countries, rather than going in for Bitcoin treasury firm or Ethereum treasury firm or even Litecoin treasury firm, it does make a lot of sense to go ahead and have stable coins into treasury firms, isn't it? Now really, I'm not sure how long this narrative regarding treasury firms will be picking up pace, because cryptocurrency world is absolutely wild and there's so much of volatility. And right now, only because of President Donald Trump, the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world is looking great, isn't it? What happens after 2028 when his term gets over? What if there is a Democratic leader who leads the US nation? Then the whole narrative regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is on a downfall, isn't it? So a lot of these firms, they definitely need to look at geopolitical situation as well, not just the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And it is needless to say that the cryptocurrency is so volatile, isn't it? Another thing I can think of is the security of these cryptocurrencies. What if there is a hack or attack? All of the treasuries are completely gone, isn't it? So there are a lot of dangers associated with this, which a lot of firms need to be aware of as well. Now, regarding your question, George, regarding meme coins, there's a company which has put $500 million worth of Dogecoin into Treasury, isn't it? Now, for a short term period, I do think it is a great idea, but having it as a long term, I'm really not sure if it is a great idea, to be completely honest. But it's going to be really interesting to see how this industry develops regarding Treasury firms. But definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything. See some blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the latest technological development. We look at geopolitical news. And we also look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We also look at the latest technological development in the world of artificial intelligence. And we also take a deep dive into the latest AI developments from the region, isn't it? And guys, what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.